Now in this session we will see how to create circles in isometric drawing. Now here you can see this figure. In this figure he has drawn 3 circles on 3 different planes. To create circles in case of isometric drawing, we cannot go with ordinary circle command. We cannot use ordinary circle. The reason is I will show you what will be the result if I am using ordinary circles. Let me go with now right side. Again I am going circle and create a circle. Then let me go with F5, that is left, and create one more circle here. So when I am drawing ordinary circles, they will be parallel to the screen, but we don't feel that they are lying on the respective planes. So we cannot use ordinary circle in case of isometric drawing. So whenever you want to draw circles or circular arcs in case of isometric drawing, then you have to go with ellipse and ellipse arc. If I want to create circles, that is isocircles, then I should go with ellipse. So now go with ellipse here. I am selecting ellipse, and in the ellipse you are going to have isocircle option. So go with isocircle, I enter. Then when it is asking to specify center point, you can pick the center point of the isocircle. Then when it is asking to specify the radius, you can specify the radius. I am specifying the radius as 25. So this is the circle which is lying on the left plane. Similarly, if I want on the top, I can go with F5. Then now I am going to create here on the top. Again I am going with ellipse, isocircle, I enter. Then pick the center point and specify the radius. Similarly on the right, if I want, again I am going with F5. Now it is placed in right plane. Then go with ellipse, isocircle, I enter. Pick the center point, then specify the radius. So this is how we can create isocircles in case of isometric drawing with the help of ellipse. Similarly, if you want to draw arcs, then you can go directly ellipse arc. Even in ellipse arc also you can choose isocircle option, I enter. Then pick the center point, define the radius, then you can pick the start point and pick the end point. So when you are picking the start and end points, the arc will be created. So this is about isocircular arc in case of isometric drawing, which can be created using ellipse arc. Then coming to the dimensioning is somewhat different in case of isometric drawing when compared with ordinary 2D drawing. Now for example, if I want to represent the length of this particular line in case of isometric drawing, I cannot go with the dimension linear. If I go to linear, then I am going to have a linear dimension between those 2 points. But I don't want the linear dimension, I want the aligned dimension. So let me delete this. But before going to create that aligned, let us go with dimension style. And in the previous session we have created an override style. Let me delete it. I don't want that override style. Now again I am going to use the ISO, and I am going to now dimensions, aligned. Then you can pick the start and end points, then see the result. Similarly, if I want the length of this line, I can go to dimension, aligned, and you can pick these 2 points and create the dimension. So like this, each and every object you can select using aligned. So mainly we have to use aligned in case of isometric drawing instead of linear. Only in few cases we are going to use linear, but mainly the important one is nothing but aligned. Let me create even this one. We have to pick the exact endpoints. So place the dimensions, and after placing the dimensions, now if you see, we don't feel that they are lying in the respective planes. They are not lying on the respective planes, and to make them to lie on the right plane or top plane or on the left plane, now we can use the option called oblique, because I want to rotate the extension lines. So I am going with oblique now, and based on the requirement we can rotate the angles. For example, if you take this extension line, right now it is exactly horizontal, but if I want to align this particular extension line with this 30 degrees line, then I can select it and I can go with enter, and when it is asking about the oblique angle, I can specify as 30. Then exactly that extension line is going to align with that 30 degrees line. Similarly, if you take this extension line, if I want to align this extension line with 150 degrees line, then I can go to dimension, oblique, select the dimension, go with enter, and the oblique angle I am specifying as 150, then that is going to be aligned with 150 degrees. Then now this dimension I want to make it align with 90, so I am going to dimension, oblique, select it, enter, and specify the oblique angle as 90. Then the last one, this one I want to align with again 30, so go to the dimension, oblique, select it, and specify the angle as 30. So we have to see first with respect to which line you want to align that particular extension line, see the angle, then go with oblique and specify the oblique angle. Now you can feel that they are lying on the respective planes, that is right, top or left. So this is about the dimensioning, that is one we are using aligned and the other one we are using oblique. Then coming to circles, if you want to dimension the circles and arcs in case of isometric drawing, we cannot go with ordinary radius or diameter option, because now if I go with radius and if I try to select this, it won't accept, and it will give you a message that the object selected is not a circle or arc. So radius and diameters can be used only for circles and arcs, but these are nothing but ellipses. So for an ellipse, if you want to specify here, you can go to dimension and you can use the option called leader. So using leader we can specify the diameter of isocircle in case of isometric drawing. So go with leader, then you can define the leader by picking the required number of points. Then now it is asking the text width at the bottom. The text width, let me take something 100. Then I am specifying as percentile C, that is I want diameter symbol, so I am going with percentile C. Then the value is 50 because I have taken the radius as 25, so diameter will be 50. So you can go with percentile C 50, then go with double enter, and now you can see, so with this leader we can specify the value. Even if you are going with an arc, let me create here an iso arc. Now for this arc, if I want to specify the radius, I can go with again dimension, leader, pick the start point, end point, then the third point, and next you can define the width. Then now I am specifying here as R 100. If it is of radius 100, I can specify here R 100. Then it is going to specify here that is a radius of 100. So this is how we have to write the text with the help of leader in case of isocircles and isocircular arcs in isometric drawing. So these are the main differences in case of isometric drawing when compared with 2D. One is about the dimensions, that is aligned and oblique. The other one about the circles, we are not using circles, instead of circles we are using ellipse, isocircle option. Then dimensioning of the circles, that is isocircles and isoarcs, can be done using leader option. Then copy can be same, move can be same, fillet can be same, chamfer can be same. All these modifying options will be similar, just like 2D. Here also we can go with the same modifying tools, but here in isometric drawing we cannot use offset. Instead of offset we have to go with only copy, because in isometric drawing if you want to follow the exact 30, 90 or 150 angles, then we cannot use offset, because if you use offset, that offset will be done parallel to the screen, but it won't follow the 30 degree or 150 degree. So if you want to follow the angular directions, then you have to go with copy. An example I will show you now. Let us try to offset this line to a distance of 50. First I am going with offset, O enter, then the offset distance I am specifying as 50. then select it and specify the direction. Now this particular offset has been done parallel to the screen, but if I want to offset it at an angle of 30 degrees, then you should not go with offset, just go with copy, then select the object, then pick the base point and show the direction. Let me switch on the ortho, and in this 30 degrees direction, show the direction and specify the distance as 50 and enter. So now you can see this is the result. If I am going with copy, which is placed exactly at 30 degrees angle, whereas offset has been done parallel to the screen. So don't use offset, always use copy in case of isometric drawing. So these are the major changes which we have when compared with 2D. Now here we'll stop this, and in the next session we'll see one more example related with isometric drawing.